Only 21 minutes late. That's it. Why are you blocking my face? There we go. Hello. Welcome. I'm off center. Feel doesn't feel right, but okay. We'll swap over to this. I don't have a ton of time today, as I'm already late. So I'm thinking speed runs today. Hopefully you guys are cool with that. But we have a shell that I've been waiting to do for a very, very long time. I don't know why it's taking me so long to finally do this one, but it's the Suicune GBA. I can finally milk another Suicune design on a different model. But yeah, I don't have a ton of inventory right now, so hopefully later this week I can bust out a few mods. But I also have a couple things that I need to fix, and yeah, I just don't really have a ton to show off. GameCube just sold this morning, and I don't have any GBAs besides the ones we're about to build. I've got the SP from last week that I still need to fix, and you've got one Game Boy Color and some pockets and DMGs to choose from. So I'm not going to bother getting all that out because this is already a mess. So let's just get to it. If you have not seen the podcast, maybe you don't even know that I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing one with my friend Jordan. It's called the Backlog Club, and you should go watch that because it's a good time. It's a hoot, it's a holler, and 56% of you have watched it, so thank you. But yeah, you should go. Just join the club. It's a cool time. We'll talk about it. I've got a few things to talk about during our little, what's it called? Stream. Our speed run, that's what it's called. My brain is 5 places at once right now, so I'm trying to get out of scripting brain because that's why I was late. I was so invested in scripting, and then I forgot that I had laundry going, so I had to put stuff in the dryer and things like that, and then I was 20 minutes late. Stopwatch. Okay. If I go here, no, that's not it. Do I not have window capture? Okay, there we go. I just need to reselect it probably. That's my guess. Go to Google Chrome. There we go. Remembered how to do the stopwatch. I'm gonna just tear all these bags apart real quick. Make my speed run time a little bit better. If you want me to say your name, say hello like I normally do, because we got 17 people in here right now. Thank you for waiting for me while I'm late. If you want me to say your name, say something in the chat right now. Like Super Light Water, DC, Kilo. I feel like it's Kilo. My mom, my dad, and Gormez. There's an R in there. I almost said Gomez. Zzz. Is it a sourced artist who makes these shells? They're amazing. I have no idea. I buy most of them from China, from AliExpress, and I don't know who makes them. I think a lot of it is stolen, like, original. When I say original, like artist art, but like, I guess they're still artists, but like Nintendo art. I don't know how many of the companies who make the art actually make the art themselves. Other than maybe like removing background and adding little text and stuff. I know that for RGRS, all of their original designs are made by Retrovise. And I hope that he's not stealing art, but I cannot confirm that. I cannot confirm nor deny that. But his art is very good. So. The art that is used, I should specify. Okay, I think I've got an extra one of these because for some reason this came with this shell. And I also tested and potentially broke a laminated screen last night because I thought, oh, this is a bigger cutout. I wonder if I can use the laminated shell with this. And now ooh, we might have to swap shells because I'm realizing that this cutout might be too big for this screen. We'll see. Let's do a test dry fit here while I'm taking these apart anyways. Because if not, we're gonna need to swap things up. But it's like, if it is supposed to be for the laminated screens, it's not great. Okay, it does fit. We're chilling. I shouldn't want this to fall through. I know it's a bigger display, but okay, cool. I believe that this cutout is meant for the screen. But there's no notches. This isn't like... This must be like a really old shell from inventory. Because High-Speed Edo makes their own shell designs, and this is just a trimmed original. Well, not a real original, but a fake original. A reproduction. Anyways. Hello, James, Jose, Shadow the Ghost, Mitchell Harms. How you guys doing? Something in the chat out. I did say that. I did say that, DC. You got me confused. Glad to see you're back. That, no one knows how good of a throw that was, but I just threw the rest of the buttons back in the little cubby, and there was like this much room to actually get it to stay in there without it falling out, and I nailed it. Gotta brag. Okay. Hello, Matt guy. Alright, I think... Oh, one more. One more little thing. You got COVID? Oof. That's... it's possible I could have gotten it without knowing it, but I have evaded that. Knock on wood. As soon as I started knocking, I was like, please, dog, do not start barking. Okay. We can dump these bags too. Dump them all. Get ready for the speed run if you are just joining, because the stream is pretty much doubled since I mentioned it. We're gonna do a speed run. That's why there's a timer on here. I kind of almost want to do like 2 speed runs. See which one I can do faster. You know? Is this? Oh wait, it's in here. Give myself 2 tries. It's already 12:30, so maybe not. I'll do them both at the same time. I still don't really leave my house, DC. And I'm also like not to say that people who get COVID aren't clean people, but I'm a very clean person. I constantly wash my hands to the point that they're dry a lot. Okay. Let's do this. I've concreted my doors and windows closed at the beginning of 2020. I haven't had it yet. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I don't go many places, and I'm constantly washing my hands. But, I mean, yeah. Anyways. I was gonna say, did your mom give it to you? So I remembered that. Okay. Let's do this. If you want to, if you're gonna say anything in the chat, don't expect me to answer it. I'm gonna peek over at it a couple times here and there. But this is a speed run, so I'm gonna be focused on getting a good time and not breaking things. So don't expect a lot of responses from me. And I'm gonna talk about a couple things that I should have mentioned last stream, and a couple things that I want to mention this stream. So let's get our fingers ready. I'm gonna get the correct bits ready. I got the Phillips bit over there. Tri-wing is locked and loaded. I'm gonna get anything that I don't need out of the way. I think we're good. Light pipe, thank you. Everybody chant light pipe when I'm putting buttons in here in the shells. Start chanting light pipe in the chat, please. All right. I want to see a wall of light pipes when the time is right. Not yet, but I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna go to Google Chrome and I'm gonna start this timer in 3, 2, 1. Now I gotta flip back over to here, and we're off. That was a bad start. It's a like 3-second loss there. Oh, come on. I have a strange set of rules for the speed run, but it is kind of my thing. I don't know if anybody else actually ran it. If you ever do a speed run of any Game Boy mod, please send me your time. I am the current world record holder. Do I know what my world record time is? Absolutely not, but it's something people could look up. I want to say I've done a sub 12 on a single Game Boy Advance. This is my best model, for sure. But anyways, let's talk about Game Boys. Specifically, broken ones, because I buy these broken and I fix them, if you don't know that. Like, these are all pre-fixed, cleaned, everything. Because I used to do that on, excuse me, I used to do that on stream, and that took up a lot of time, and then I wouldn't get things fixed. So I just started doing it off camera. And then I did a couple streams trying to fix them on camera, and then I just don't really like doing that because those are long, painful, annoying, brutal streams for me. So even though they are probably pretty entertaining and educational, but I can't always fix. These are really tight. What the heck? I can't always fix every Game Boy that I come across. Some things are just too involved for me to fix. Some things are just covered in corrosion and I don't think they're savable. But they might be. Maybe they're just for parts. And I don't have time to do the necessary things to them. These are both 32 pins. This is an automatic time loss. But some of you have already noticed in the garage sale section that I have got some broken Game Boys for sale. And I wanted to go over this before people bought them, but you beat me to it, and I also forgot last week. That was a time loss. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, those are the absolute worst condition Game Boys that you might ever see. I don't recommend buying them, especially if it's your first time modding. Just don't buy them. They're not quality. They are 4 parts only. I don't expect most of them to be working again. If you can get them working again, that is awesome. Congratulations. You are a better fixer than me. You are better at this stuff than I am, and that is honestly not that hard. I'm not the best at this stuff. I just do it a lot. But I'm selling them for $10 each. The price reflects the quality. Again, I cannot stress enough, they are not good. Do not buy them. But if you want parts, if you want a challenge, like a serious challenge, if you think you're better at this stuff than me, then you can go ahead and buy them. They're in the garage sale section. I recommend buying multiples of them. Someone has just bought one. It will pop up on screen soon if it hasn't already. Jose, I hope you know what you're getting yourself into. As I am explaining it. But shipping is almost as much as the cost of the device. So again, price reflects the condition, and it is not good. Have I stressed it enough? I'm not sure. This was not a marketing campaign, this was a warning. So I hope I got that message across. Don't buy it, but do. Because I'm just trying to clear it out. Some of them I could use the parts off of. Some of them I could fix if I had spent a lot more time with them. But mostly, I don't have the time. And I don't want to put in that extra effort. But I know someone will. So, that is who those are for. You have been warned. I've never bought from Sendico. I would like to check them out, but honestly, I would like to be sponsored by them. So I'm kind of holding out until they do sponsor. Sorry, I just covered the camera with my forehead, or my back head. There's all that. There's way too much solder on the tip. Wire time. If you have any questions about the Game Boys, the broken ones, fire them off now and I will try and peek up when I'm done soldering. Oh, there are also no refunds, no returns. There's an abundance of warnings on the page and right here, right now. It's the only time I've publicly talked about it. I'm not going to make a post about it. I'm not going to really talk about it further other than in streams if people are curious about it. If you want to message me about it, that's great. I don't have the time to open it up and show you. Again, price reflects the condition. They are not good. I just want them out of my house. Out of not my house. But they take up space. I just want them gone, and I don't want to throw them away. So, SB speedrun win. Eventually, I don't know. Guess I shouldn't have put that away quite yet, but this might make it a little tougher to put in. Put some flux on TP2 just to make things so quicker since I have to wait for this to get to 300, and we're there. There's that, and there's that. Oops. And select. Goes right there. This is select. And that needs to be straightened out. But that also goes right there. Look at that. And for now, we're done soldering. What we need to do now is get the shells going. Hey Jake, I've just failed a funny playing IPS for advanced SP. Seems like there's a vertical black line on the right side. Hopefully it'll be okay with the support, otherwise my customer won't be happy. Like, you know it's a black line down the edge of the screen, or it's like, are you positive that it's not just off center? I guess with a SP it can't really be off center unless it's just bad from the factory. But yeah, that sucks, man. I don't really have any advice for that one. If it's for someone else, you just gotta eat the cost and move on. It sucks, but if you're getting paid to install it, you can't mess up and you can't give them a broken screen. Just gotta own the mistake and move on. But hopefully you can get something back from customer support. But the black lines on screens typically is just like DOA. Unfortunately. Okay, let's do these real quick. Oh gosh. Okay, we're getting a new lens because I was starting to take the peel off too. Never had that happen before. Ugh. Bit of a time loss there. Am I taking the peel again there too? No, okay. Things are stuck to my foot. Oh well. Go. Oh yeah, I gotta peel this one. Oh, and that came with it. Cool. Let's talk about the podcast. If you haven't heard of the podcast, or maybe you noticed that I have a podcast somehow but don't know what it's about, or maybe you're still confused on what it is about. I'm gonna do the light pipe now before any of you remind me. The podcast is the Backlog Club, which is, I've described it to everybody as a book club for your backlog. It is a discussion between all of us, not just me and my co-host Jordan, but also with the viewers, because it's a club. I want it to be an open discussion. What am I doing? With everybody. man, I gotta put these in. And where was I going? Yes, the Backlog Club. So the idea is that we all play the games throughout the month, the game of the week, but I mean, some games are going to be almost impossible to beat in a week. Like Ocarina of Time was not the best to start off on because it didn't really give you guys a ton of time to complete it, but that's why we're trying to announce games a whole month in advance, and this does not have a tab. Why does this not have a tab? Maybe it will appear when we clear things up in a second. Let's move on to this. But next week is Metroid Dread, if I have not stressed that enough, because I don't really think I have. Metroid Dread, amazing game, go play it. Friday's episode will be talking about it, and it's a good one. I love the game. It's out now if you want to join the Patreon. We do have a Patreon for the podcast. It is completely separate from me, separate from the YouTube member benefits, but I honestly recommend going and subscribing to the Patreon over being one of my members, but both is always appreciated. So, yeah. That's what I've been up to. The next week, we're going to be covering Pikmin 1, and then we'll hit Spider-Man 2 into Super Mario Wonder, and I believe we have the rest of the year set out internally. We have that all figured out, but we don't want to announce it yet in case we do have another Portal situation, because if you don't know, we were going to cover Portal as episode 2, and it just wasn't a good podcast because there's not a ton to talk about. At least we could not find a ton to talk about. Dang it, it's the 32 pin. So we axed that, and we're moving on to shifting Metroid Dread from episode 6 to episode 2. But yeah, join the discussion. Join the club. I mean, like, yes, I know that most people have played a lot of these games. Because, I mean, we are going to cover new games like Spider-Man 2 and Super Mario Wonder. But at the same time, like, Jordan, it was my first time playing Ocarina of Time. It was not Jordan's first time playing Ocarina of Time. And I just recommend going and playing it again, because, like, the game that we are playing right now that we're kind of unsure if we're going to keep that, like, in the lineup, if we're going to cover it. Jordan played it once already, and now that we're playing it together, which is a co-op game, he's like, what did I enjoy about this game before? So it's always good to go back and play the game. I recommend going back and playing the game for the podcast, because I don't want people to be upset when I make fun of Ocarina of Time and then they're like, oh, maybe I am blinded by nostalgia. Because I'm always right. Never forget that. Also, we are working on merch. I kind of want to do, like, I don't know if I want to do limited time merch, but we're trying to do merch for all the games, at least all the series that we play, and make it somewhat relatable to maybe something we said, a joke we made in the video, in the podcast. Like, I'll spoil it, I'll spill it, because it's almost done and the episode is already aired. I joked about the the Ganondorf fight being a glorified ping pong match, which it is, but I made that joke, and Jordan's brother made a drawing of Ganondorf with a ping pong paddle, and it's sick. And we're gonna put it on a shirt and maybe some other merch items. I don't know, but at least a shirt. And then I'm working on something for the Spider-Man episode that is really cool. I really like it. I also have merch for the Pikmin episode, and hopefully that the Pikmin one will come out when the episode comes out. The Spider-Man one should too, but why is this not going in? There we go. But the Pikmin one isn't really tied to the episode. It's just a cute little Pikmin shirt that I drew. But yeah. There's another one for the Metroid episode that probably won't make it out in time either, but it's still... The idea of it is funny to me, and it is related to a joke in the podcast. I just hope it turns out. Otherwise, forget everything I said about the Metroid merch. So yeah, if there's any games you think we should play, leave them in the comments of the podcast. Which also, we had some requests for an audio version. There is an audio version up on Spotify. If you want to go follow us on Spotify at the Backlog Club, everything is at the Backlog Club. But that, I'm blinking. Still trying to figure out. Hold on, you're gonna get blocked here. I don't know where that tab is, so I'm gonna have to steal one from the original. But yeah, I'm working on getting the other platforms. If there's an audio platform that you prefer to listen to, let me know, and I will work on getting that on there. The Spotify podcasters app thing is kind of cool because it'll distribute to other platforms too, but I feel like a boomer, but I don't know anything about RSS feeds. I don't know how to set that up, if that's something I have to do through Spotify or if I have to do that on my own. And their help guide is not helpful through Spotify, the Spotify help guide. So I will have to figure that out soon. But at least episode 1 is out on Spotify right now. Okay. That is the soldering done. Tab is stolen. There we go. I feel like we're making decent time. I feel like we're making way better time before I had to swap it to the 32 pin side. That was a huge time loss. Tons of room for improvement. What in the heck? Ludwig. A mogul male just started playing. Apparently we hit the end of the 12 hours of DMCA free and copyright free music that I always play. That's funny. Ludwig's video just started playing. I was like, whose voice is that? This is a modding speedrun. It's a double speed run, the likes of which no one has ever done before. Okay. Back halves. I feel like there's something else I wanted to say. If everything goes to plan this week, there will be a main channel video. It'll be a tutorial / review like I normally do. No rhymes intended there. Sorry, I'm blocking the camera. But the I am blanking. Yeah, doing the 2.6-inch GBA IPS mod. Seriously? Something's wrong with this R button. This kind of hurts the speed run. I do not understand. What is the problem? Now it's stuck. Okay. Let me get a different R button. Crazy how that worked. I completely forgot what I was talking about. This is not laminated now. I wanted to do a laminated one for this one, but if I would have trimmed it a little more, I could have done a laminated one. Ever thought about doing a Switch mod? Yeah. I just don't want to... I don't want to paint a target on my back. Because trust me, I have thought about doing a Switch mod plenty of times. The guy that... I have a modded Switch. But again, I just don't want to put a target on my back. There's a guy, I want to say his name is Zach Builds or something. I think his name is Zach at the very least. He does a lot of woodworking stuff and he kind of combines it with like tech and stuff like that. He does amazing work and he did pretty much exactly what I was planning on doing. I would have done it sooner than he did, but I was just like, yeah, I don't know if I want to, because it was right after the Point Crow stuff. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that if Nintendo's gonna be like that. I'm too small to take that risk. So I did not take that risk. And he did it, and he did it very well. So, yeah. I guess... How in the world does that even happen? I'm gonna call time there. It turned on. A little bit of a messy mod. Cool. Fixed. Yeah, they work. Might have to replace this D-pad. It just feels too short. I might also need to just screw this tighter. Not my best time. Oh, that feels a lot better. Still not its best, though. I think I'll probably end up swapping that D-pad. I just don't have the time to do that today. And everything else, well, everything else works fine. Cool. There's that. Let's test this one. Sometimes the included D-pads with the basic shells, or the any shells, sometimes the included buttons just aren't that good. One thing I have noticed with the basic gray D-pads, I think this one's the better one though. But some of them, they're just a bit too tall, and they make it so they don't press down as nice. Okay, so R needs to be cleaned. And brightness adjustment works. So like this D-pad's good, but it's an aftermarket one, so I mean I guess they're all aftermarket. This D-pad was made to be a standalone product, not as a pack-in, so treated with a little bit more care. But I do need to clean R, so it just doesn't press every time, but that's something that can be easily fixed. Okay, cool. But these are both good enough condition to sell IMO. So those things will be fixed before they're sent out, but they're good enough to list, I should say. Good enough to list. So if you want either of these that were made in not record timing, but quick succession, and the problems are no fault of the speed run, but if you want either of these, I'm gonna go list those right now. But I'm also gonna read some comments. You guys should play Resident Evil Village. Maybe if there's enough interest. I have no interest in it, honestly. So, not really a scary game guy. I don't know. It's not my thing. Just not my thing. Okay. Let's duplicate that, I guess. I'm making the listing now. There's a solid chance that the Suicune one is popular enough to sell pretty fast. So if you want it, you might want to get your fingertips ready. RetroRemastered.com. It is in the description. I have some old listings that I need to take down, so if you don't see it, just scroll down. It's not up quite yet, so you might have to refresh a little bit. But let me get this picture in here. So peel the peel. Turn it on. And in a second, I will will put a sticker on it on the back. Once I get both of these listed. But now the Suicune GBA is listed. Thank you, DC. Perfect timing on the link. Click that link and it'll take you right to the GBA section. And yeah, let's put the batteries in this one so we can get a lit screen. Peel the peel. Some people get annoyed that I peel the peel. Well, I don't like the peel in my pictures, so deal with it, punk. Where is a listing of a plain, non-laminated? I'll just steal a laminated one, I guess. Duplicate. Make sure. Again, this is not laminated. I know I just said laminated like 5 times. This is not laminated. This is just regular old V2, which is my preference. This is called Platinum, if you didn't know. It's the official silver name for Nintendo. Especially during this era, everything was platinum. Okay. This will also have a plain sticker. And it is... Oh, nope. You gotta make it active. Not a draft. Active. There we go. They are both up there, active, with a picture and a price and a guarantee. I don't know. There's no guarantee. I mean, a guarantee it's good. Okay. And for funsies, why don't I go ahead and leak the Ganondorf design? Because I'm excited about it. I think it's super cool. You ready? This is the Ganondorf ping pong. The glorified ping pong. Isn't that sick? Holding the little light ball. Get ready to serve it up to Link. I think it's so dope. But yeah, there's a little leak. Hopefully we can get that merch up in the next couple days. Might even be able to do it later tonight. I don't know if he still has some touching up to do. Any additions, stuff like that, but maybe later tonight is way too big of a promise. But anyways, that will do it for this stream. Actually, no it won't. Stickers. Turn off Do Not Disturb in case someone's trying to contact me. Okay, gotta cover the screen so I can line this up. Beautiful. There we go. They are now officially complete. Oh, that's all. Bat should be blue. Why would it be blue? Ping pong paddles are traditionally red. Again, the donation. It'll pop up in a second. So wait before I sign off. Thank you, Ayub. Did I say that right? I think we established that it was Ayub. thank you very much. I appreciate it. Is it gonna pop? It should pop up right here. 3, 2. Well, why am I counting down like that? 1. No, YouTube doesn't want to share the love. Doesn't want to spread the love. Well, thank you. Maybe I'm just way ahead of schedule, but thank you. Or maybe I missed it. I'm just dumb. Thank you for being here for the lovely stream, Ayub, and thank you for the AED. I don't even know what that is in word form, but thank you for the money. I appreciate it. Donations are always appreciated, but never necessary. Thank you. That's 2 streams back to back. There it is. Is he gonna say it?
Thanks for the lovely stream.
There we go. Because I'm pretty sure anything over $5, or maybe it's anything is said out loud. I'm not sure. I said that a long time ago. But like I said earlier, I've got things to do today. Thank you all for coming out. Got a lot to do, so I'm gonna make it quick here, and I will see you guys in the next one. On Friday, there'll be an actual video, and Metroid Dread podcast on Saturday. Go subscribe to the Backlog Club. Later, guys. That was not the best snap. Could have been better.